Today in Star Citizen, we have a variety of topics and updates: PvP, Jumptown version 2, Arena Commander updates with new maps, and new P2 patches and testing. PvP is a hot topic in the Star Citizen community, from being competitive, adding massive interest to different types of gameplay and loops, to also creating anxiety and potentially allowing griefing. It has wide implications to the game. PvE and PvP is blended together in Star Citizen, and PvP is planned to be an important part of the game, with missions helping define if it's likely that PvP could occur in any given scenario. Current PvP gameplay helps with things like new weapon design and balance. Obviously, a lot of this stuff has had to be geared towards, well, what have players done, what will players do, how have they reacted to some of the weapons and tactics that you can do in-game. There are going to be areas that are significantly more PvE focused, where as something like Pyro, the Pyro system, is going to be a lot more PvP based, or at least it's more likely that PvP will occur there without any repercussions. They described it as a PvP hellscape, but the risk and reward might tempt to even PvE players over there. And that's the idea. It's not an area where this is where PvP is going to occur. There are going to be some systems which are super secure, super safe, almost entirely PvE. And there are going to be some systems where there's a load of PvE content, but there are no restrictions on PvP at all and no security to protect you, so it's much more likely to be like the Wild West and a bit more dangerous. Currently, desync and frame rates are big problems for that PvP gameplay. I suppose there are problems with PvE gameplay, admittedly. In the Ninetales lockdown, this has security versus pirates, and players can join either. It's much more of a factional sort of PvP and PvE-based warfare, but obviously it is much more focused at PvP than other events and things are in the game. So Star Citizen will cater for PvP and PvE players, but it will be the area, mission, and star system that will help define how much of that gameplay is there. So you're not going to be jumping into a PvE mission in a super safe location and be getting PvP gameplay. That's the idea. Let's talk a bit about Jumptown. So the original Jumptown was a fantastic accident, really. It basically had incredibly valuable trade goods that were technically also illegal, and like you'd effectively have to smuggle them, and it was the only place you could sort of get these, and it caused a huge bottleneck of players wanting to travel there and buy the goods. Also, the location wasn't a saved location. You had to sort of know where it was, or look at a video to see where it was, and then you couldn't quantum travel there. You sort of like had to fly there. Sort of you could quantum travel over it, but you had to stop your engines at the right time, things like that. So it had a load of stuff going for it, and it was quite interesting. But this also had the emergent gameplay of players taking over the area, lots of PvP going on, lots of people going, "I'm the law," boom, blowing your stuff up. Some people just blowing the stuff up because it was valuable. Other people just fighting over these resources. Some people queuing. There was a lot of times I'd go to Jumptown and there would just be a big queue. People reacted very interestingly. Jumptown 2 is something that Cloud Imperium are working on. They want to capture as much of the original experience of that original area as possible, but they don't want it to destroy the economy. And apparently, sort of like the first one sort of destroyed the economy, although I don't see it that way. I very much see that the original Jumptown just changed the meta and changed the game. People were really interested in doing that if they wanted to do cargo, and if anyone wanted to get involved with PvP or escorting or an op, well, Jumptown was there as well. It was a solid gameplay loop there. It was just the most profitable thing to do, so it bottlenecked players into a certain area, which was fantastic. So they want to have Jumptown 2 being more like an event that runs every so often for a few hours, but it will be hyper profitable trade good wise, or to get involved with it. And that will draw players in, have a bottleneck in that area. The event will be sort of broadcast to players in game, so you'll be notified as a mission, or at least in some way, bam, this is happening. You can go over here and get loads and loads and make loads of money by buying these things and selling them over here. And now, it might be that these are illegal goods. In fact, it was suggested that they probably would be illegal or restricted goods. And there are going to be a few places you can sell those, but lawful players might be trying to seize those goods and then hand them in to another force to have them disposed of to gain a load of rep with someone else. Maybe they won't be making as much money, but they're getting a load of rep. So it'll be interesting to see what players do, because there's going to be lawful players lawful players and neutral players. There's going to be PvPers, there's going to be PvEs, there's going to be... The whole community is going to be able to get involved with that for the most part. My worry here is that the Cloud Imperium are trying to capture the spirit of something which they didn't intend to make in the first place with Jumptown, and they're trying to improve it further. So I think you might be a little naive thinking that they can get the same sort of thing, and then it's hard to capture emergent gameplay. They're going, we're going to make this emergent gameplay happen. What? That doesn't make any sense. But I do like on the idea of having these sort of events that go on that you can make a load of money from. I do think that Star Citizen would do very well as a mission and events-based sort of system where you go, bam, what's going on? There's a cool war going on over here. Oh, there's some alerts to get some great trade goods over here. It sort of funnels players into the right areas in a giant sort of area of space. It makes it that you're much more likely to see each other, and I think that's very important to have some tension in certain areas, and this seems like a good way of doing it. We'll have to wait and see to see whether that's going to be a fantastic thing that lives up to the name of Jumptown, though. I did go on a bit of a Jumptown rant there, admittedly, but I think it's very important. I loved Jumptown. I think it's one of the best things that was in Star Citizen, but it was something that was unintended almost, and then maybe slightly... it was emerging gameplay that was then inflamed by the community, and it was fantastic because of that, and let's just see what Cloud Imperium do with that and see how it influences them going forward. And something called Jumptown 2 does need to live up to their name, in my opinion, though. There are Arena Commander updates coming to Alpha 3.15, so this is the Q3 2021 patch, potentially going to be released around the length of October, sort of to go along with CitizenCon would be my expectation. But Firesprite are a studio that works with Cloud Imperium, and they are working on Theatres of War, but also improving Arena Commander and Star Marine. Dying Star and Broken Moon, the maps in Arena Commander at the moment, are getting some additions and large expansions to their gameplay map, with stations and a much better looking spacescape and lots of interesting areas there. They suggested that they were 10 times bigger, these maps, but I won't know until we fly in them, but I suppose they easily could be. Each of the maps sort of has 3 major player spaces now to help navigate them and to help orientate players. So, Broken Moon has a dense asteroid area, a more open terraforming platform section, and a large sort of station pieces and visual area to fly around, which sort of like has these big chunks of things that these sort of move around. It also now has the sort of real planet below rather than a faked planet. It's something they can now make a lot prettier, and so this map is sort of much more finalized with 3.15, it looks like. Dying Star as well, that has a central station area, so a station there, a more dark clustered gas cloud area, and then some massive asteroid chunks. Dying Star is based in the Pyro system, but more of a gamified version. It's a game within a game, so it's not supposed to be an accurate version of Pyro. I'm hoping that we see some updates to Vandal Swarm and Pirate Swarm here. I would love to see those new Vandal ships, the Glaive and Scythe, get updated. Those old models, they're fine, but we know that they've got the new models. Give me the new models. Beyond this, there were a couple of PTU patches Cloud Imperium put out recently. 3.14.0Y, which is the one that's currently available on the PTU at time of recording. This adds delivery boxes from legitimate delivery missions should no longer be considered stolen goods by security patrols, and they fixed 3 server crashes and a back-end service crash. They also had this 3.14.0 Z patch, which was unstable and immediately rolled back. So it's back to the Y patch at the moment. It had some important updates, though, with prison and refinery bug fixes and additional improvements to desync, so hopefully they can get whatever was going on wrong with that sorted and back out ASAP. Boom! That's it for today's summary of the news and inside Star Citizen, but what do you think? Could we see the Vandal, Glaive and Scythe get their updates in Alpha 3.15 with Arena Commander getting some love? What do you think of the map updates there? Is PvP an important part of Star Citizen for you, or do you hate it? Are you much more focused on PvE? Do you not mind it? What are your thoughts on that sort of stuff? Jumptown version 2! That's going to be awesome, right? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Mummy, I'm going to play Star Citizen when I get home. Well, little Timmy, you can't because hackers stole our house. This is a story I hear only too often. It was just one day before these two were going to get NordVPN. Now they have to live on the streets. Don't let that be you. Get NordVPN in the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For August, we are giving away a Mercury Star Runner, the fantastic multi-crew hauler data mission runner, allowing you to do a little bit of everything the Star Citizen has to offer. To be in for a chance of winning that, comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details in the links below. If you'd like to further support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. The join button down below, you'll get some exclusive videos and content each month, and it really does help us keep going. There is also the new thanks button under my videos for another way of throwing money at us. Both me and Zin appreciate all the support for the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the verse.